joined to us. So I request Megha ma'am to kindly proceed for the second session.
Thank you so much, sir. Well, I welcome you all again on this 20th day of 6-week online technology-based entrepreneurship development program, TEDP, which is financially sponsored by National Science and Technology Entrepreneurship Development Board, ably supported by Department of Science and Technology, DST, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India. Well, today's second session is on interfacing with leading institutions for business plan appraisal and with research and development institutions for technology sourcing. And for that, we have with us a very eminent personality as a guest speaker, Dr. Neeraj Gupta. He did his Ph.D. in Power Systems from IIT Roorkee. He is a senior member of IEEE. He was a faculty with the Thapar University from 2008 to 9, Adani Institute of Infrastructure Engineering, Ahmedabad in 2015, and NIT Hamirpur from 2015 to 18. And presently, he has been working as an assistant professor to the Electrical Engineering Department, NIT Srinagar, Jammu Kashmir. He has been published in Q1 international journals of repute like IEEE, elsewhere, etc. He is also in the scientific advisory or organizing secretary of many reputed conferences of the country. He is referee of reputed journals of IEEE, elsewhere, Francis and Taylor, IET, etc. He edited books titled Control of Standalone Microgrid, has been published in elsewhere. He figured in top 2% researchers of the world in the recent study conducted by Stanford. His research interests include uncertainty quantification of power system, probabilistic power system, solar wind, and electric vehicle technologies, artificial intelligence, machine learning with machine learning predictions. Definitely, sir, we feel honored and delighted to have you with us. Please, sir, start the session.
Okay, thank you very much. Can I share my screen?
Yes, sir, absolutely. First of all, a warm good morning to you and thank you for joining us so early and as I requested to you. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay,
and
thank you very much.
And the part you right now belongs to, you are presenting definitely always sensitize us, the Jammu and Kashmir, Srinagar.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. It's a very nice place.
It's a nice place, sir. Thank you. And I hope so. It must be chilling there.
Yeah, definitely. That's the degree. So is my screen visible?
Yes, sir. It is absolutely visible.
Okay. Now it's okay?
Yeah, absolutely, sir. It's okay. Perfect.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Today we'll start with the interfacing with R&D institutions. Actually, today's lecture is more about this collection of the information of the different opportunities that is available with the academic, if you take into consideration industry, and our various schemes are available with the, you can say, the different schemes by the government and private agencies. So then, so that we can take the advantage of that. Now, if you see in the current century, the economic prosperity of the nation is associated with the scientific and technological competence. So to achieve the success in these parameters, it is imperative that academia and industry should forge a strong link to overcome the limitations of each other. So in the developed countries, the number of research partnerships between the industries and the universities have increased considerably in last 2 decades. However, in India, if you see, the full potential of industry-academia partnership is far from being exploited due to the vital differences between the industry and academia. If you see, academicians give less priority to applied research and are not much inclined to leave the comfort zone of pure teaching. And academia is largely ignorant of national needs and industry desires and unable to commercialize and market its innovative research adequately. So industry, if you take the case of industry in general, it has apathy for the tunnel vision of academia. So it is insensitive to the enormous academic resource potential that is available with us. So and is actually dependent on the foreign technologies which are easily available. So, however, this industry academia synergy is a win-win situation for both these sectors and also for the progress of the nation. So, government through its various organizations, agencies, they have floated many programs to promote the industry academia interactions leading to innovative research technologies and patents. And the private sectors are also started acknowledging the importance of industry academia collaborations and has initiated the steps to promote collaborative research and development for commercial gains and addressing the scientific needs of the nation. Now, if you see the industry academia programs, so these are some of the schemes which we will discuss. So in the public sector, we will have certain funding agencies like DST, DSIR, CSIR, BIRAC, ICAR, DRDO, DA, ISRO, and MITI. And in the education sector, we have Ministry of Education, UGC, and AICT. For the banks, we have SIDBI, SBI, NABARD, IDBI, Syndicate Bank. And international agencies, we have UNIDO, India, and IFC, India. For the private sector, you can take the funding from various industry associations like FICCI, CII, ESCOM, Ph.D, CCI, and NESCOM. And from the banks, you have ICCI and then Yes Bank. So let's start with the DST. So DST is actually a nodal agency that connects the science sector to the government verticals. So it was established in 1971 following the success of the Green Revolution that signified the innovative development of scientific methodologies. So different, you can say the different schemes of the DST are, that is a technology development board. I have also given the link of that so that if you want to get the information so that you can get that. So in that, there is a brief description in also, that is, it aims in accelerating the development and the commercialization of indigenous technologies. Through this technology development board, adoption of foreign technologies to address the domestic problems is also promoted. So this technology development board provides the financial assistance, that is soft loans, equities, etc. It also promotes the industry to enter into high risk and high tech areas of R&D. Then we have technology system development program. So new technologies in the identified areas are promoted by this program. These are developed and integrated. Promotion of advanced technologies for valuable addition to the products having high demands is also carried out by this technology systems development program. Then we will have the National Science and Technology Entrepreneurship Development Board. So it promotes the entrepreneurs by providing the hands-on training in the field of indigenous technologies for exchanging commercial exploitation of technologies. It has started a number of training programs like entrepreneurship awareness camp, then development programs, then faculty development programs, and technology-based EDP. So it has also promoted the development of different institutions for fostering entrepreneurship culture, the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development Center, SNT Entrepreneurship Development Project. Then we have the Innovation SNT-based entrepreneurship development, SNT Entrepreneurship Park, and Technology Business Incubator. So scheme for funding industry relevant R&D, which is under the SERV presently. So it promotes the industrial research by utilizing the expertise from the academic sector to address industrial and social problems. So SERV, in association with CII, also initiated one Prime Minister's Fellowship Scheme for the doctoral research to encourage the young, enthusiastic, and the result-oriented scholars to pursue industry-oriented research. Then we will have, in that also, we have one scheme, Drugs and Pharmaceutical Research Program. So it aims to synergize the pharma industries and publicly funded R&D institutions to establish the close linkages. Then we have the Startup Research Grant for the research young scientists. So different schemes are floated by this DST. That is, we have the SRG, that is, then we have National Postdoc Fellowship Scheme. Then we have the International this Science and Technology Cooperation. So it promotes innovation and commercial R&D via industry, academia, applied R&D projects, public-private partnerships under the Global Innovation and Technology Alliance, that is GITA. So this platform for facilitating technology development and transfer in association with the partner country. Then we will have the nano applications and the technology advisory group. So it actually encourages the implementation of industry-oriented and application-driven projects in the area of nanosciences. And then after that, we will have the Nano Initiative for developing and harnessing the innovations, which is also known as the NIDI. So it is actually, NIDI is the one of the umbrella programs of DST, which is working for enhancing the innovation and entrepreneurship for generating successful startups. So under NIDI, the following initiatives are planned to be undertaken, like this: NIDI granted challenges and competitions for scouting innovations, for promoting and accelerating young and aspiring innovators and startups. Then we have NIDI Entrepreneur in Residence. Then after that, Startup NIDI through innovation and entrepreneurship development centers in academic institutions, encouraging students to promote the startups. Then in that, we have the Startup Center in collaboration with MHRD, the NIDI Technology Business Incubator, NIDI Accelerator Fast Tracking a Startup through the Focused Intervention, NIDI Seed Support System, and NIDI Centers of Excellence. Then after that, in that DST only, we have the Instrumentation Development Program. Through this program, the concept of hub is introduced that acts as a translational platform for academia, industries, and related organizations to convert the lab level prototypes into the packaged models and help in transfer of technology and know-how to appropriate industries at the largest scale for the commercialization. Then after that, we will have the policy research centers. So DST established the 5 centers for policy research with the aim of making evidence-based recommendations for strengthening STI policy in India. One such center has been established in, you can say, the Punjab University near to me, with the mandate to strengthen industry academia linkages in India. Now, under the DST, we have the dedicated agencies, TIFIC and GITA, and that was established. So TIFIC is actually the Technology Information Forecasting and Assessment Council. So it is an autonomous organization established in '98 under the aegis of DST, and is working mandate of assessing and supporting technology trajectories of various academic and private organizations. TIFIC is striving for sustainable innovations to lead technology development in the country through the programs run by TIFIC, keeping industry and academia in close association. Now, different programs which are run by TIFIC is Advanced Composite Program. So through this program, the close linkages are actually promoted between the various centers of excellence and all over the country and industries for promoting technology absorption, development, and dissemination. So next is the Revolving Technology Innovation Fund. So this program aims to facilitate the technology development, demonstration, and commercialization, leading to the creation of new product or process, and is mainly encouraging MSMEs to bring high-risk innovations into the market. Then under this TIFIC, we have the Technology Refinement and Marketing Program. Through this, the country's innovation pool is promoted by bringing out innovative technologies from prototype stage to the market level through the network of technology commercialization facilitators. Then after that, one more scheme is there, Homegrown Technology Program. It's a vast initiative. It was initiated by TIFIC to support R&D institutions, academy, and startups, and to carry out their innovative technologies at a pilot scale. Then after that, we have the Bioprocess and Bioproducts Program. Through this program, TIFIC is supporting technology development in the field of biotransformation and enzyme technology in partnership with SMEs and in-house R&D units, academic and research institutions. Now, after that, we have the Collaborated Automobile R&D Core Group. So this group comprises of academia, industries, and state ministries to form a core group with an aim to build user-friendly database of technologies and scientists to promote technology development and commercialization in the field of automobile industry. Now, TIFIC has also established a patent facilitation center, under which the patent information centers has also been created in nearly 20 states, namely Andhra, Assam, Chhattisgarh, Goa, Haryana, etc. So these patent, you can say, information centers aid the government departments, universities, and scientists for patent search free of cost. So same services are open to attorneys, industry, and public sector undertakings with the levy of nominal charges. So PFC has also introduced a scheme named Knowledge Involvement and Research Environment through nurturing. So this for the empowerment of women in R&D in the field of IPR. Now, next initiative of this DST is the Global Innovation and Technology Alliance, that is GITA. To simulate investments in R&D sector, GITA is an innovative pilot project which were commenced in 2007 by DST in collaboration with CII. DST and CII hold 51 and 49% equities respectively, and GITA is an industry managed body for promoting various innovation clusters through public-private partnership model. So GITA is actively supporting emergence of open source innovations and venture capital industry for the social inclusion. So then we have this industrial research oriented programs by GITA. So then we have the bilateral programs of GITA, Technology Acquisition and Development Fund, which is this scheme launched and is implemented by GITA. This scheme facilitates applicability of clean and green technologies available to the Indian sectors. Then India-UK Collaborative Industrial Research Development Program. Under this, at that very time, 1.5 crore grant available to Indian companies, up to, and you can say 3 lakh to pounds to UK for joint development of industrial R&D and innovation project in certain areas. Then we have the multilateral programs. Multilateral programs consist of network of foreign entities. Some of the multilateral programs of GITA are the Enterprise European Network, innovation-driven initiative for the development and integration of Indian and European research. Now, next agency, that is Department of Science and Industrial Research, DSIR. It was established in 1985 and one of the agencies of Ministry of Science and Technology with an objective to pursue activities relating to the development of indigenous technologies and subsequently promoting, transferring these technologies further to a commercial level. So various industry academia linked programs and initiatives of DSIR, that is building industrial R&D and common research facilities. So under that scheme, we will have the industry R&D promotion scheme. So that is various research laboratories are actually recognized to avail the different types of incentives offered by the government. It recognizes in-house R&D units, scientific and industrial research organization, and public funded research institutions. The common research and technology development hubs, working with the mandate to encourage the technology development and research activities carried out with MSMEs in collaboration with public funded laboratories. Asian and Pacific Center for Transfer of Technology. It assists associated members of United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and Pacific in strengthening these innovation systems. Now, under this DSIR, we have patent acquisition and collaborative research and technology and development, which is also known as the PACE. So it is supporting industries to acquire patentable technology from within the country or overseas, and also to add value to the acquired technology for commercial exploitation in the Indian and foreign markets. Then we have promoting innovations in individuals, startups, and MSMEs. So PRISM supports organization, institutions to set up the autonomous organization within host institutions for developing state-of-the-art technology solutions with an aim to help the MSMEs, clusters, and individual innovators. And then after that, access to knowledge for technology development and dissemination. This scheme is working for disseminating science and technology and innovation related information to the academic sector and industrial sector, such as in-house R&D units of the industry, consultants, then industry associations, techno-entrepreneurs, government departments, and others. Then after that, we will have the technology development and demonstration program. To make industry competitive, development and demonstration of innovative need-based technologies are undertaken by this technology development and demonstration program. It also contributes in strengthening the interface between the industry and the R&D establishments. And then after that, we have the technopreneur promotion program. Under this program, micro technopreneurship support from DSI is made available to budding entrepreneurs. After that, we will have the technology development and utilization program for women. Under this program, adoption of new technologies developed by women is promoted. It also promotes the technological upgradation of MSMEs run by the women entrepreneurs. And then after that, we will have the technology management program. And through this scheme, the creation of dedicated resource center for technology and innovation management is initiated. So this program can be availed by industry and related industrial associations, academic institutions, state level agencies, research organizations. So next we have the encouraging development and commercialization of inventions and the innovations in new impetus. So through this program, researchers are made to avail equity share in an enterprise. It also encouraging creation of incubation centers in the scientific establishments, and promotes the mobilization of researcher faculty from the academia to industry and vice versa. Then after that, we have the consultancy promotion program, CPP. This program aims to promote uptake of consultancy services between the academic and industry sectors for technology acquisition and setting up of joint ventures. After that, we will have the International Technology Transfer Program. So it is supporting activities related to promotion of international technologies and trade, including export of technologies, services, projects, and innovative products to enhance the research of Indian industry. Now, if you take the case of industrial expenditure on R&D as reported by CSIR, so under the initiative building industrial R&D in common such facilities, DSIR had commenced granting recognition to in-house R&D units established by corporate companies and scientific and industrial research organizations. Recognition of in-house R&D units is the solitary scheme in the entire government sector for benchmarking this R&D pursued by the industrial sector. Through the DSIR recognition, industries pursuing research and innovation practices can avail the incentives from the government sector, which are categorized as funding for R&D from government agencies and tax rebate and customs duty waiver on the inputs. DSIR also published a report entitled The Directory of Recognized In-House R&D Units in 2014. So in the mentioned report on the in-house R&D units, nearly about 1793 industries has been listed which possesses DSIR recognized R&D units. So after that, we will have the National Research Development Corporation. So this National Research Development Corporation, it is working under the administrative control of the DSIR, which was established by Government of India in 1953, with the mandate to develop and commercialize the technologies, inventions, patents, products, and processes from various R&D institutions and universities. NRDC, in its 6th decade of functioning, has successfully forged strong linkages between the scientific and industrial community in India as well as abroad, and has also developed formal arrangements within the academic and industrial segment for commercialization of know-how developed in their labs. So NRD is also recognized as a large repository of technologies existing in all the areas of industry. This NRDC undertakes the number of activities under this structural program for encouragement and advancement of innovations, research and promotion of inventions, technical and financial assistance for the IPR protection, industry linkage programs. Now, some of the programs of NRDC, which are linked with the industry, like we have the innovation portal, which is also known as the technology portal. So this portal is an initiative to bridge the gap between the inventor, manufacturer, industry, and academia that provides the complete information related to the technologies in different areas. Then after that, we will have the knowledge management system for technology promotion. This system is promoting development and commercialization of technology under this NRDC. Identification and evaluation of technologies is carried out by the experts of self-propelled mechanism for value addition leading to the complete technology package. Then after that, we have entrepreneurship development program. It is working for fostering the entrepreneurship culture and skill upgradation and of unemployed youth, and is also working for capacity building of non-government organization for promoting industry-oriented projects. Now, after that, one more program linked to that is the patent search facility. So through this facility, inventor scientists can identify and search the patents in the patent databases at the global level. It also provides the abstracts and the bibliographic references for different sources for detailed analysis of desired sources for a complete review of specific area. NIDC is also committed to provide the IPR consultancy to industry, academia, R&D organization, and industries, and provides the services in formulating and drafting the innovation. In order to assist the stakeholders for technology landscaping and market analysis, NRD has also, and the Ministry of Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprises jointly started a project named Intellectual Property Facilitation Centre. So this center aims to promote the IPR awareness and adoption of MSMEs and for budding entrepreneurs. So this IPFC, that is Intellectual Property Facilitation Center, regularly organizes various training programs on the explicit themes associated with IP, IPFC also commenced a free IP awareness talk for MSMEs to educate and train the MSMEs in how to protect the intellectual property. Now, different IPR services which are provided by this NRDC, that is pre-filing services, prior art search, and this. Then we have the patent filing support for filing with the provincial specification. Then we have advice on examination reports and queries for the patent office. Then we have the copyright. It also provided the services of the copyright, guidance and assistance in preparation of documents required for the registration. Then trademark, guidance and assistance in preparation of documents required for the registration, industrial designs, guidance and assistance for preparation of documents required for the registration, geographical indicators, also guidance and assistance in preparation of documents required for registration, and then for general consultation also it will provide the information. Now, next agency is the CSIR. It is as we already know that it's a well-known organization for pursuing cutting-edge R&D activities in diverse areas of S&T, and was constituted in 1942. It is composed of vibrant network, 39 outreach centers, 38 national labs, 5 units, 3 innovation complexes. So CSIR is leading in India's this intellectual property regime, with the strong portfolio of patents, technologies developed and licensed. Among the India's patents filed in the US, 90% of the patents granted to the CSIR. On an average, CSIR files 200 patents applications in India and 250 in the foreign countries every year. So patents from the CSIR line are licensed at the rate of 13.8, which is a very appreciable at a global level. CSIR has actively endorsed the industrial research through a unique initiative, which is known as the New Millennium Indian Technology Leadership Initiative, that is NMITLI, one of the CR's most impactful and largest public-private partnership efforts in R&D domain. It was conceptualized in 2001 and has generated 100 international patents and greater than 150 publications in high impact factor journals. It has contributed significantly R&D and national innovation system of India. It is working for the research competencies of academia, R&D organization, and industries integrated to achieve the industrial growth. Now, it shows various notable technologies and products generated by this scheme, like we have the BioSuite portable software for bioanalysis, like that. So various technologies that are owned by this scheme. Now, if you take the case of the CSIR, so there are several research and sponsoring schemes of CSIR promoting the industry research, such as the CSIR Young Scientist Award and Entrepreneurship Support Program. Now, to assist the industries, CSIR has also created a knowledge base of 642 technologies, which can be taken up for the commercialization, the link of which is also given. CSIR has also created a dedicated innovation fund with the initial corpus of 400 crores to fast track the research from lab to the industry. It has also supported the creation of organization for enhancing industrial research, such as Indian Plywood Industries Research and Training Institute, Bengaluru, for strengthening the Indian plywood industry, and Industry Academia Research Government interface to promote the commercialization of technologies by facilitating the strong industry academia linkages. So one initiative of CSIR is a CSIR Tech. It is a Pune-based private company established in 2011. So major partners of the CSIR Tech are a CSIR, that is a conglomerate of public-funded R&D labs, State Bank of India, a public-funded financial service company, and venture center technology business incubator. So CSIR Tech has been established to promote the entrepreneurship and commercialization of knowledge, economy of academia, and industry. It is located in the Innovation Park of National Chemical Lab, Pune, and one of the premier institutes of CSIR. CSIR Tech works for the commercialization of IP, know-how, and technology emerging from public and private R&D labs and academic institutions. It works closely with R&D institutions in India, such as CSIR, IITs, DST, DBT, and a few private R&D labs. And it helps them to commercialize their IP and technologies by facilitating the technology transactions and by creating funds for their spin-off businesses. So CSIR Tech represents about 9,000 of 25,000 plus scientists work in public funded R&D labs across the India. So this is the structure. Now, what are the different things which are taken by this CSIR tech? So first is the technology venturing. It invests in lab spin-offs and other SCT-based startups to capture a maximum portion of the capital generated by technology commercialization. India Science Venture Fund. This fund has been created to provide the financial assistance for the commercialization of lab R&D via sponsoring projects and technology transfer. This fund has been approved by Securities and Exchange Board of India for registration, spin-off business and science-based startup with a target of nearly 50 crores. So next is the technology commercialization. CR Tech helps the technology claimants to access technology assets across India, leading academic institutions and R&D labs. It catalyzes the process of technology transfer by facilitating technology appellants to build a business case and reduce the time of techno-commercial negotiation with the academic institutions and R&D labs. Then one more, it can be they are providing service, market insight and consultancy. It also provides a consulting services and marketing insights. This market insights to enterprises, labs, and government agencies. As CR Tech has developed a deep understanding of ecosystem of Indian R&D. CSIR Tech also helps portal for technology, search for R&D partners, IP valuation, and technology transfer offices, and create incubation centers. Now, if CSIR Tech output is of twofold, that is a translation lab research to the commercial product, and second, setting up the company. So the main offerings of the CSIR, that is technology transfer. That is, it promotes the technology transfer process by identifying the opportunities for technologies which are emanating from the labs and are commercially relevant. It also identifies and engages with the suitable industry partners to act as a commercialization channels. And second is IP licensing. CSIR Tech helps R&D labs by identifying the licensing opportunities for their patents and also support industry partner to diagnose valuable IP assets which provide a strong competitive advantage, cost, and access to global market. So other offerings, if you see by this CR Tech, is technology scouting, R&D partner search. Then we have the market research and consultancy, open innovation, technology, IP evaluation. Then capacity building research, asset development, opportunity identification, market penetration, technology de-risking, synthesis, aggregation and agreements, business planning and raising financing, and virtual business incubation support. So these we have already discussed that partners of CSIR Tech, that is CSIR Tech, that is CSIR, SBI, and this venture center. Now, CSIR Tech aims to aid the labs to encourage academic entrepreneurs who want to get involved in knowledge incentive ventures at their research institute. It also caters around 60 R&D labs comprising of CSIR labs, IITs, DAEs, industry associations, and universities. So as per the CSIR Tech website, CSIR Tech also helps out in forging a partnership between industries and the academia for creating a greater commercial visibility of CSIR labs, their services, technologies, and scientists, working in synergy with business development divisions at the labs to develop their efforts, setting up system integrator approach for catalyzing lab to market journey, stimulating translation of ideas and inventions to products and services, providing insight come industry feedback and market trends to help the direct R&D efforts, and executing marketing and negotiating deals in technology transfer and IP licensing to enhance the revenue generation for the lab. So some of the success stories of CSIR Tech, like technology transfer group like largest technology transfer deal in the lab has been lab history by value from DST South India based publicly funded lab to the Gujarat based company. So technology provides a know-how for a preparation of ultra efficient advanced material with the broad industrial applications. So some other examples are also given here. Then technology scouting. CSIR Tech helped a global MNC to understand the technologies and the capabilities available across the various partner labs in specific technology domains. So then generating entrepreneurs, CR Tech helped in an individual in Gujarat-based entrepreneur to understand and access the technologies available with the various partner labs and shortlist the one that best fits with the entrepreneur business. So advisory services, CR Tech provided the advisory services for the private autonomous educational institutions to market the inventions, which were developed by the faculty and the students, so they can bring early stage research into the market. Then we have technology validation. CR Tech enabled the licensing of corrosion inhibitor molecule technology for copper and silver based alloys to Calcutta based company. In-house analysis, it also provided the services for evaluation of technology and facilitates the sample products for further in-house analysis of the technology prior to the licensing of patents to the foreign client. So the source of this is also given because if it is a kind of informative lecture. If you want to get the information, more information about that, you can get that. So then next agency is the Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council. It's a non-profit section is Schedule B public sector enterprise registered under the Indian Companies Act and was established in 2012 by Department of Biotechnology. So DBT created the BIRAC as an industry academia interface agencies to stimulate emerging biotech enterprises in India by supporting R&D activities addressing the national and needs of society to make the biotech sector globally competitive. Now, various programs that are offered by this BIRAC is a small business innovation research initiative. So scheme was started to boost the public-private partnership functioning in the country by facilitating innovation, risk-taking ability by small and medium companies and bringing together the industries, the public institutions and the government under one roof to promote the research in the Indian biotech sector. Then Biotechnology Industry Partnership Program. So it promotes the government partnership with the industrial sector for supporting path-breaking research in the futuristic technological areas along with the, which is of important to the society. So then after that, we have the Contract Research and Service Program. It aims to enable promotion of academia research having commercial potential to engage the contract research organization and industries for validating a process or a prototype. Then we have the Biotechnology Ignition Grant Scheme. So it is made available to the scientists, entrepreneurs working in research institutes, academia to initiate their own startups. Then we have the University Innovation Cluster. So 5 universities possess the cluster innovation centers. These centers are working to promote the entrepreneurship culture and pursue industry-oriented research having the commercial importance. BIRAC Regional Innovation Center. So it is working for mapping regional innovation ecosystem for southern India to bring out the technologies of commercial importance. Then bio incubator support. Bio incubation support is harnessing entrepreneurship potential of startups and is providing access to well-developed infrastructure networking platforms. Till now, BIRAC has extended the support to near 5 bio incubators. Then next initiative is a BIRAC Society for Research and Initiative for Sustainable Technologies and Institutions. This scheme is promoting indigenous and grassroots innovations, for example, development of honeybee network for extracting, protecting, and promoting innovative ideas from all over the country. Creation of Techpedia as a platform to put problems of SMEs and locate solutions for them. Academicians, industries, researchers, students, and entrepreneurs can register and draw services from that come under this program. Then creation of Social Innovation Fund for promoting mentoring, financial and fabrication support to the academician, industries, and budding entrepreneurs to carry forward this innovation. Then after that, one more scheme is that BIRAC ACE funding accelerating entrepreneurs. So this scheme provides access to equity-based fund for budding entrepreneurs. Now, next is the ICAR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research. It is actually an autonomous organization which was established in 1929 under the aegis of Department of Agriculture Research and Education, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Government of India. It composed of 101 institutes and 71 agricultural universities spread all over the India, and is one of the world's largest national agriculture system industry relative initiatives of ICAR. That is ICAR Industry Interface in Agriculture under the National Agriculture Technology Project of Government of India. ICAR made specific provisions for funding of public-private collaborative research programs under the competitive grant scheme. It also organized various industry academia meets, events, brainstorming sessions, and workshops for attracting industry and private sector in R&D activities in the agriculture. Some of them addressing the industry academia interface in Indian agriculture sector are, that is, inducting indigenous technologies for country's growth, training program on financial analysis of business plans and IP evaluation and international design structure metrics conference in 2015. So MOU between ICAR and Able for Knowledge Partnership, that is an MOU was signed between ICAR and Able for Knowledge Partnership. The objective is to promote the ICR mandates along with its capabilities and achievements as an important stakeholder for addressing the global issues in the agriculture. So this MOU has resulted in exploring the collaborations and partnership with the public and private sectors in their endeavors and forging stronger linkages between academia and industry. So then after that, we will have the ICMR, that is Indian Council of Medical Research. It was set up in 1949 and holds the responsibility of formulating and coordinating promotion of biomedical research. It has 26 national institutes with an aim to promote the research in areas of medicine, public health, and related areas in the country. It has introduced a couple of schemes for promoting and industrial research, such as the Health System Research Cell. So Health System Research Cell, it aimed at strengthening the Indian health system to address the health needs of citizens by encouraging the research in health sector under the public-private partnership mode. Then Intellectual Property Rights Unit. This unit provides the technical and legal support on the IPR related areas of ICMR supported intramural and extramural research. Then after that, we have the NCDRDO. It was established in 1958 by Ministry of Defence, Government of India, and Department of Defence Research, that is Department of Defence Research, and is dedicatedly working towards attaining the self-reliance in Indian defence system. From almost no industry base way back in 1950s, it has now close collaborations with nearly about 1,000 industries. So various programs, industry, academia linkage programs of DRDO, that is DRDO FICCI Accelerated Technology Assessment Commercialization Program. So this program is working to create the commercial pathway for delivering technologies developed by DRDO to industries. This is one of the kind programs instituted by DRDO in association with FICCI to promote the technologies developed at DRDO at national and international level. Then we have an extramural research center, that is scheme. So this scheme supports an instrumentality of the memoranda of collaboration between DRDO, laboratory, industry, and academy. Then grant in aid scheme. So Aeronautics R&D Board has started the grant in aid scheme to nurture the scientific talent and develop the facilities in higher education institutes and other research centers, including industry. Now, after that, Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. So it was established in 1995 and holds the responsibility of formulating and implementing the industrial policy. It is also facilitating the investment and technology flows from public to private sector, along with monitoring industrial development. Key work areas of the development are, that is formulation and implementation of comprehensive IPR policy on patents, geographical indicators, designs, and trademarks of goods. IPR awareness by means of workshop conferences in collaboration with organizations like World Intellectual Property Organization. Implementation of development measures for the industrial sector growth, especially focusing socio-economical issues and national priorities, and facilitation of foreign technology collaborations with Indian companies, and assisting in this proceedings of the bilateral economic cooperation agreements. Supervision and stimulation of industrial growth and encouraging industrial activity in rural and underdeveloped regions of the country. So it has also undertaken the various technical cooperation programs with WIPO for upgradation and modernization of IPR administration and development of human resource. In addition, it has also issued a national IPR policy in 2016. The main mission of this policy is to foster the creativity, innovation, and entrepreneurship to enhance the socio-economic upliftment and the cultural development. So various industry and academia linked programs of TIPA, that is industrial corridor projects. Central sector schemes involving industrial corridor projects such as Delhi-Mumbai corridor projects spanning 6 states has been initiated. It aims to generate the strong economic base to enhance investments and accomplish sustainable development in both public and the private sector. Then after that, we have the Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Intellectual Property Management. It was established in 2010 and is a central government institute under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry to create an institute at par with the international level to promote the training for IP professionals and officials. Then after that, the third one is the project-based support to autonomous institutions. This scheme provides grant in aid to support the autonomous institutions in order to strengthen them and provide technical support for enhancing the industry competitiveness. Then one more initiative in West India. So it is a joint venture company of DIP, FICCI, and the various state governments. It holds the responsibility of facilitating the investment in R&D in India. Then after that, we will have the Atal Innovation Mission with the self-employment and talent utilization program. It aims to organize startup fest to showcase innovations. It provides the collaborative platforms and facilities harnessing the private sector enterprise for incubator setup in association with Niti Ayog. In the year 2016, DIP announced setting up an incubation centers and research parks by partnering with the private sector for harnessing the public-private sector. Then one more scheme is that Modified Industrial Infrastructure Upgradation Scheme. It was launched in 2003 with an aim to promote the growth of domestic industries by giving access to infrastructure development under this PPP mode. Under this scheme, some of the successful projects has been implemented like Bamboo Technology Park, Guwahati, Kolhapur Foundry Cluster, etc. Now, one more initiative is a cell for IPR promotion and the management. So it is established for creating the IPR awareness in the country. It is working with the mandate of implementing national IPR policy in association with the government ministries and departments and various other stakeholders. And then after that, one more agency, that is the this DAE, Department of Atomic Energy. It was established in 1954 under the direct charge of Prime Minister of India, and it consists of the 5 public sector undertakings, 5 research centers, the 3 industrial units, and service organizations. It is actively engaged in promoting R&D in radiation technologies in the field of basic and industrial research related to agriculture, medicine, and nuclear power technology. So various initiatives of this to promote the industrial research are the nuclear fuel complex. It is a major industrial unit of DAA. This complex provides the material, nuclear fuel reactors, and bundles required for carrying out research in the nuclear technology by the industries involved. Heavy Water Board, it is a constituent unit of mineral sector and industries, which holds the responsibility of producing and supplying the heavy water for research for private industries. And it also have been working with various education research institutions in further development of heavy water-based applications. Then Board of Filtration and Isotopic Technology. It aims to bring the benefits of radioisotope applications and associated technology to the industry sector, health sector, and agriculture sector. It is working in close collaboration with industries to provide the various desired products and services. Several well-known industries such as Apollo, Agro, and Gujarat are closely associated with this. We can say are closely associated with DAE. Now, then BARC, this entrepreneur corner technology transfer and consultancy and scientific services. So it is a dedicated entrepreneur corner cell has been established in BARC, and it's responsible for interaction with the industries, academia, and research institutes for technology transfer and this consultancy services. It has also instituted DAE technology display and dissemination facility to display technologies developed by DAE, which can be readily taken up by the industries. Then after that, it patents and the technology transfer cell at the Indira Gandhi Centre for Atomic Research. This cell was established in ICAR Kalpakkam with the aim of displaying the technology to the industries, which can be taken up the technologies and commercialize them. So the cell take care of technology transfer mechanism, licensing with the industry, and inventor for the technology transfer process. Then one more agency that is the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. It is also known as DEITY. It has been set up for developing human resource, promoting innovation, and ensuring a secure cyberspace through digital services. So different programs for promoting the industry academia collaborations like Ph.D. scheme for the electronics and IT. So an industrial organization and METI jointly funds this Ph.D. candidates at the academic institutions working in the research area identified by the industrial organization. The funding is provided by the industry in the ratio of 3:1. So funding and support to industry and the academic institutions through GITA. So it's a combined initiative of DST, METI, GITA in association with the foreign agencies such as Global Affairs, Canada, and Center for Development of Industrial Technology, Spain, for generation of innovative products, processes, and services. So schemes for financial assistance for setting up electronics and ICT academies. So under this scheme, financial assistance will be provided by METI for establishing 7 electronics and ICT academies at IITs, that is IIT Guwahati, Kanpur, Roorkee, NITs, NIT Patna, Warangal, and Jaipur. So triple IT Jabalpur for enhancing technology development, upgradation of faculty, and increase in employability. 2 ICT academies has also been set up at Tamil Nadu and Kerala for the non-profit autonomous organization focusing to make the faculty and students industry ready. And one more scheme is that scheme for financial assistance to select states for skill development in electronics, system design, and manufacturing sector. So main objective of this scheme is to enhance the skill capacity in domain of ESDM through public and private partnership. It will also facilitate the resource sharing between the academia and the industry. And there are many other schemes to promote the skill development in association with the industry. So these schemes are a scheme for the digital Saksharta Abhiyan under Digital India, capacity building in the areas of electronic product design and product technology, and skill sector council, electronics, telecom, information technology, and its enabled services. Now, incubators for electronics. METI has approved setting up of electropreneur park for development of ESDM industry. Some of the instituted incubators for technology generation and commercialization are, that is, Software Technology Parks of India, New Delhi, in association with Indian Electronics and Semiconductor Association, University of Delhi. Incubation Center set up at IIT Patna for development of product and IP creation with focus on medical electronics. The National Portal of India, it is the government official portal designed by the National Informatics Centers. So this portal acts as a single window access point for seeking information related to the services offered by the government for all the stakeholders under the various domains such as agriculture, rural, and urban development. Now, after that, we have the Ministry of Environment, Forest, Climate Change. So it was established in 1985 and is supporting the environmental research in academia, the research institutes and private organizations, including industries, via funding, grant in aid, research projects for environmental protection and the management. So different programs that are taken by this for promotion of industry academia collaboration, that is creation of Indian Plywood Industry Research and Training Institute, Bangalore. It was set up in 1962 as a cooperative research laboratory for Indian plywood industry. So it is working in mandate of strengthening the plywood and wood panel industry in India and National Resource Management System program. This program aims to support the research projects utilizing the optimal utilization of techniques of remote sensing for addressing the environmental and ecological issues. All the academicians and institutes, national research laboratories, and DSIR certified institutions can send their proposals. Under this program, proposals with public and private partnerships are also promoted. Then we have the ISRO. It is a unit of a Department of Space, was established in 1969 and pursues a systematic policy for generation and transfer of technologies developed by the Indian Space Centers to draw maximum benefit of spin-offs that were generated from such technologies. ISRO has a strong IPR portfolio of nearly over 270 patents, 45 copyrights, 10 trademarks. ISRO is working with an approach to facilitate commercialization, exploitation of its resources through proper channel of technology transfer and licensing. More than 300 technologies has been productively licensed, transferred to the industries in the field of satellite communication, broadcasting, meteorology, and polymer chemicals and materials, electronics and computer-based systems, medical equipments, and electro-optical instrument. It also generated 28 space spin-offs. So different initiatives of this ISRO are Antrix Corporation Limited. It was established and a marketing arm of ISRO. It is a complete government undertaking company and aims to promote the ISRO technology for commercialization, utilization of space product, It also provides the consultancy services to the industries for enhancing their industrial capabilities in space technology. Then sponsored research. This program aims to provide the financial support for conducting R&D activities in space science, space technology, and space application to academia industries. ISRO Technology Transfer Group. ISRO has also established a dedicated technology transfer group all over India for nurturing the industrial sector, leading to the advancement in space program and encouraging wider participation of industries through technology transfer and industry cooperation for commercialization. Then Space Application Centre, Industry Portal, and Industry Interface. SSC is one of the major centers of ISRO dealing with the wide variety of R&D activities and capacity building in space technology. It has created SSC Industry Portal for displaying its technology developed, which can be readily taken up by the industries. Then Ministry of Education, which was also known as the MHRD, it was established in 1985. So it is a part of education sector with the aim to promote the education so it reaches the masses. The Department of Higher Education is working in direction to create the world-class institutes for higher learning with the well-equipped research labs and experienced professors for generating the ample opportunities for research and skill development, resulting in the world's biggest skilled workforce. So various initiatives which were for this Ministry of Education, that is Council of Industry Higher Education Cooperation. So it comprises of an advisory group that consists of MHRD with the members from industry, academia, and other stakeholder ministries. So it aims to facilitate the development of innovative instruments of collaboration between industry and academy as an endeavor to utilize the resources to strengthen industry academia linkages and to promote more of the research to be taken by the students. Initiatives are taken by this Council for Industry Higher Education, this cooperation is setting up of new institutions for science education and research, creation of center of excellence and facilities in emerging and the frontline areas of academic institutions, establishment of new and attractive fellowships, strengthening of infrastructure of R&D in universities, encouraging the public partnership and recognition of R&D units and national awards for outstanding R&D industries. So research parks. This schemes aims to boost the innovation ecosystem in the higher education industries in collaboration with industry and academia, leading to the development of cutting-edge technology. Then technical education quality improvement program. So this scheme aims to generate the well-trained postgraduate students in order to reduce the shortage of qualified faculty that can pursue industry-oriented R&D projects. So this program is working in association with the AICTE. A total of 190 institutions, that is 626 centrally funded and 127 state government funded and 37 private unaided institutions have been selected for participation in the project. Now one more scheme of this is impacting research innovation and technology. It is a pan IIT ISC Bangalore joint initiative to develop a roadmap for R&D addressing the various engineering and technology challenges in specific technology domains relevant to the India society. So global initiative for academic network, so that we have already discussed under the DST. Then Kaushal Kendras under this scheme, under Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Centers for Knowledge Acquisition and Upgradation of Skilled Human Abilities and Livelihood will be created. So these Kendras aim to design and formulate courses at undergraduate and postgraduate level in accordance to the industrial needs. Then Rashtriya Uchtar Avishkar Abhiyan. So this scheme was initially started in IITs for promoting innovation as per the industrial needs and thereby improving and stimulating this competitive edge to the Indian manufacturing sector. It is now implemented in various universities and colleges. The next agency is the University Grant Commission. It was created by the Indian Union in 1956 under the UGC Act with an aim to determine the coordinated and maintain standards of higher education in India. It is a nodal agency to endorse teaching and research in the emerging areas of science, the pure sciences, engineering, pharmacy, medical, agriculture, etc. Although the government has a network of S&T institutes for R&D, the major base of research and researchers lies with the university. So various programs that is of this UGC are University Industry Interlinkage Centers. So scheme to set up these centers in universities, which will become an effective goal-oriented and enriched entities to promote collaboration with industries for the skill development. The Council of Higher Education Collaboration. So MHRD has also, that is our Ministry of Education has instituted this council in collaboration with the UGC to promote the innovation ecosystem and university industry linkages in various universities all over India. Global Initiative for Academy and Gyan, that is, it is an initiative by MHRD through which the network for attracting a talent pool of budding entrepreneurs is created and updated for universities. Gyan aims to utilize university resources to set linkages with the scientists, entrepreneurs, and industries to promote technology development and commercialization. Then we have the Kaushal centers. These centers are established to encourage the skill development in higher education institutions in accordance with industrial needs. So then we have the AICT. It was set up in 1945 as a national level advisory body for conducting survey on status of technical education in integrated manner. So it's an authority for planning, formulation, maintenance, and implementation of norms of higher education institution in India. So various programs which are industry academia programs related to this is the Industry Institute Partnership Cell. So it acts as a focal point for setting up of close collaboration between industry and academy and to reduce the gap between the both. Research back this scheme and this scheme aims to promote the financial support to the institutions for setting up research park in collaboration with industry. Innovation Promotion Scheme. This scheme aims to promote the financial support to the institutions for accomplishing technical projects, exhibition at the union, territory, and state level. Though this scheme research activities for these industries are promoted for commercialization. Then AICT National Academy of Engineering Distinguished Visiting Professorship. AICT in association with this INAE has launched a DVP, that is Distinguished Visiting Professorship Program for promotion of industry institute interaction by stimulating knowledge transfer from industry to academia and vice versa. Under this program, distinguished visiting professors who are eminent scholars, expert in their field within industry or R&D organization will visit the higher education institutions to deliver the mentoring sessions and lectures on the state of art, industry, and R&D needs. And then we have the EICT CIS Survey of Industry Linked Technical Institute, then Global Initiative for Academic and Network that we have discussed, then Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana under the mentorship of MHRD has launched this scheme with an objective of promoting skill development via skill training sessions as well as industrial needs in technical institutes during off hours. Now, international agencies which are further funding research, that is, you can say that India, United Nations Industrial Development Organization in India, it is an independent autonomous body constituted in 1985 with the United Nations, which is playing the role of a catalyst in gearing up the industrial development in the weaker economies of the world. Till date, this United Nations Industrial Development Organization has 170 member states and it's composed of 3 units. That is General Conference, Industrial Development Board, Program, Budget Committee. So presently, this United Nations Industrial Development Organization is working for 2030 agenda, that is Sustainable Development Goals, which calls for building infrastructure, fostering innovation, promoting an inclusive and sustainable industrialization in weaker economies. Now, what are the different priority areas of this UNIDO? Creation of shared prosperity, that is agribusiness and rural entrepreneurship development, women and youth in productive activities, human security and post-crisis rehabilitation, advancing economic competence, that investment, technology and SME development, competitive trade capacities and corporate responsibility, entrepreneurship development, then cross-cutting services, partnership for prosperity, industrial policy, advice, research and statistics, and gender equality and empowerment for women. So the impact of this UNIDO is brought forward through the 4 major functions, that is technical cooperation, analytical and research functions, policy advisory services, and arranging and setting up partnership with the member countries for knowledge transfer, promoting network and industrial cooperation. So if you see this India became the member of this UNIDO in 1985 and has its head office in New Delhi. It has been a successful initiative of UNIDO in collaboration with the government of India has brought the industrial growth in different sectors. And we can say that now UNIDO Delhi has also covers Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, and Sri Lanka. It has played a significant role in enhancing the industrial development in India via the number of programs and initiatives. Like India combining business. So it is UNIDO in association with the United Kingdom's Department of International Development has initiated a dedicated program for strengthening SMEs of India in the field of handlooms, handicrafts, and non-timber wood products. So India gears for growth. So it is this UNIDO in association with the Indian Automotive Component Manufacturers Association, has assisted the Indian this is SMEs in the field of automobiles and the automobile-related sector to meet the challenges related to the insufficient productivity, low quality, and scalability issues. CSIR Southeast Asia, this UNIDO, initiated a triple bottom line demonstration project for facilitating the market access for potential suppliers of developing countries and provides global market access to SMCs to increase their value chain. Then India Climate Friendly Refrigerators, UNIDO, in collaboration with the Swiss State Secretariat for Economic Affairs, has supported the Indian refrigeration manufacturers for developing the improved CDM methodologies in order to increase the competitiveness and reduce the environmental pollution. And one more initiative is UNIDO Center for South Industrial Corporation. Cooperation. So it is launched in New Delhi in cooperation with the Indian government with the following aims: to provide a platform to encourage the closer industrial cooperation among the developing countries, design practical and innovative products to facilitate and transfer and diffusion of appropriate technologies, and skill development and capacity enhancement in the entrepreneurship, trade, and investment. So the link is also given. If you want more information related to that, you can. Now, next is the International Finance Corporation of India. It is one of the largest global development institutes, established in 1956 and consists of 184 member countries. It focuses on enhancement of private sector of developing countries to attain sustainable development. It gives financial assistance along with the technical expertise, global expertise, and innovations to address financial, political, and operational challenges of the country. And it also creates a long-term partnership with the various stakeholders of the country to overcome constraints of finance, employee skills, infrastructure, and regulatory environments. So these are some of the functions of that. Now, next is the Federation of Indian Associations, which are related to the industry, academia programs, and schemes of the private sector. That is Indian associations. We have the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry. It is the largest and oldest Western Apex business organization of India. It was established in 1927, and it's a non-profit, non-government organization and holds the responsibility of drafting policy and the execution that mainly concern the industry. So the various programs of the FICCI for promoting the industry academia linkages are National Knowledge Function Hub, that is creation of hubs to increase industry academia interactions by creating mentoring services between the industry and academy. FICCI Ladies Organization, women wing of FICCI, that has developed the All India Forum for Women. It represents 4,000 women entrepreneurs and professionals for promoting entrepreneurship. IA Research Government Research Government Interface, industrial partner and FICCI along with the Ministry of Food Processing Industry and CSIR together as finance to promote IA linkages and commercialization of technologies. DRDO FICCI Tech Program, FICCI in association with DRDO initiated this program for creating the active commercial pathway for DRDO technologies to a commercial markets. And West India, it is a joint venture of FICCI, DIP, and state governments with the different shareholdings of 51, 45, and 4%, and it holds the responsibility of enhancing the R&D activities in India. So CII, it is an industry managed non-profit, not-for-profit organization. It was founded in 1895 with a mandate for creating a sustained environment conducive for industrial growth in India by encouraging partnering and close linkages between the government and industry through consultative programs. So various programs of CII for promoting the industry academia linkages are recommendation of CII National Committee on Higher Education on New Education Policy. It was drafted in 2015 and specifically stressed on the meaningful partnership of education sector with the private sector and engagement with industry to link the education and employability. Quality enhancement in engineering education CII Industry Bridge Program. Program was carried out in 2014 to bring industry and academia together. It focused on industry bridge sessions on technology trends in industry and engineering applications in the industry. So next is the AICT CIS Survey of Industry Linked Technical Institutes. So AICT CII survey is an online survey which is hosted on the server of AICT. So with the linkage in which we have the survey on the industry academia linkage is analyzed and the colleges all over the India for industry linkages. And at the end of the survey, awards and the citations are given to the best industry linked institute college in the specific domains. then global innovation and technology innovation that we have already discussed. Then we have the Prime Minister Fellowship Scheme. CII, in association with CERB DST, initiated the Prime Minister Fellowship Scheme for PhD students pursuing industry-oriented research who can avail the double fellowship, 50% from the government and 50% from the sponsored industry. And then after that, another agency is NESCOM. It was established in 1988, is an industry association for the information technology sector in India, and it is an industry-funded not-for-profit organization working with an objective to establish the growth-led business and service sector in the country. NESCOM, in association with the ICICI Knowledge Park, Hyderabad, is promoting the India Innovation Fund, created for the strategic investors ranging from the information technology to telecommunications. So it is a collaboration of diverse institutions as anchor investors who, along with the investments, also provide the investee with the guidance for technology development and market access. And it is one of the first of kind public-private partnership at this scale for promoting funds to entrepreneurs. So other industrial associations, like we have the ESCOM, Associated Chamber of Commerce and Industry. It took an initiative through its various events for promoting mega food parks set up by the Ministry of Food Processing. Then we have Ph.D. CCI and Small Industries Development, that is SIDB, schemes of banking sector, that is the SIDB. It was established in 1990 and one of the principal financial entities for financing and promoting the MSMEs development in India. So creation of SIDB Innovation and Incubation Center at IIT Kanpur, it was established. SIIC was established in collaboration with the SIDB to foster innovation and entrepreneurship activities in IIT Kanpur. Then other schemes are financial schemes for sustainable development, including energy efficiency and cleaner production. Then TIFIC SIDB revolving fund for technology. This scheme provides financial aid to MSMEs to develop, demonstrate, upskill, and commercialize their innovative technology-based projects. And next is the technology and quality upgradation support for micro, small, and medium enterprises. Then scheme for the food processing industries. So this scheme was launched in collaboration with the Ministry of Food Processing to promote technology upgradation, modernization of processing industries by giving financial assistance. Then we have technology upgradation fund scheme for the textile industries. It was launched to promote the technology upgradation and modernization, integrated development of leather sector scheme. It was launched in association with the leather sector to promote the technology upgradation for strengthening leather industry. And SIDB Startup Mitra, it provides the funding support to incubation, acceleration, training programs for the various startups. Then the banks, SBI has provided many initiatives and also actively participate in number of welfare activities like CSIR Tech. We have discussed Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India. Then we have other one is the Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India. So it is India's largest private sector bank. So it is engaged in human and economic development activities at national level. So it has created a ICICI Foundation that works for supporting innovation across the diverse programs. Like some of the schemes like creation of sponsored research and development board, social initiative group, creation of ICCI, knowledge parks, Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India, and technology fund financing group. So there are various initiatives taken by this. The next is the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, NABARD. So it has a corpus fund of nearly about 50 crores for the R&D activities. So the various activities taken by this is Industrial Development Bank of India. That is various activities are for different research projects also provided by this national related to the agriculture sector. Then other banks which are also financing the R&Ds related to the industry are academia, that Industrial Development Bank of India, Yes Bank Industrial, Finance Corporation of India, Punjab National Bank, Oriental Bank of Commerce, Bharatiya Mahila Bank, and Syndicate Bank. So the conclusion of the whole of this is that the different funding agencies are available for promoting the industry academia interaction. Like we have the DST, DSAR, CSIR related government funding agencies. In education sector, we have a Ministry of Education, UGC, IICT. In the financial institutions, you have ICICI, Yes Bank, SBI, etc. And the industrial associations, you have FICCI, NESCOM, and in international agencies, we have UNIDU, IUFC India. So let's come to the conclusion. So economic prosperity of any nation is linked to the scientific and technological competence. To achieve the success in these parameters, it's essential that industry and academia forge linkages to overcome the limitations of each other for commercialization R&D into innovative products and technologies. So to bring the government, industry and academia together, various public and private organizations have floated the industry academia programs. So in India, the majority of R&D is being carried out by the funds provided by the public sector funding agencies like DST, CSIR, DBT, BIRAC, DAR, DRDO, ISRO, MITI, ICAR, MHRD, and so on. In addition to, government has also set up the dedicated agencies which aid in promotion of applied research, and the DSIR also provide the accreditation to R&D labs, which then become eligible for seeking incentives in R&D programs from the government. And the DSIR provides an accreditation to R&D labs. CSIR Tech assists mainly research lab, universities and entrepreneurs at all stages leading to the commercialization of their research. BIRAC has established for promoting entrepreneurship and R&D in MSMEs in domain of biotechnology. GITA is engaged in enhancing R&D by forging national and international alliances, and financial institutions are contributing by way of providing financial assistance for creation of centers of excellence in technology parks and soft loans. And then we have the industry associations also set up the dedicated research institutes with the financial assistance from the public sector. However, there is no single platform where such information is either available or compiled. So it is suggested the national level center should be created with all the information pertaining to an industry academia regime should be available. So such the information would be helpful in identifying the gaps and overlaps in the domain of industry academia ecosystem. So this piece of information will also be a great importance to policymakers for designing futuristic plans for science, technology, and innovations for India. So this is the conclusion of that. So this is all about the lecture. Actually, this lecture is related to the information about the various funding agencies that are available, and we can take the advantage of that. So I think it's over for now. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, it's a wonderful session.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Miriam, please kindly proceed for the session, or just make the session open for the questions.
Yeah. Any participant have any doubt, any query, then he or she may directly ask to the sir. Sir, although it's a wonderful session, definitely very, very new things we come to know. Very informative session, sir. Any participant would like to say something?
Actually, this for me, it's also an informative type of session, and because I have also along with those slides, I have given the links for that for those schemes also, so that if because it's not a technical kind of session, it's an informative kind of session.
Informative, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely, sir. We do agree. It's a great information because many of the people are working at their respective venues and they are doing well. But because of the having a lack of information of all kind of a funding resources and the kind of R&D projects are basically run by the different organizations, government organizations are there. That is definitely lack of the knowledge, and they are not really able to just participate in that. And this is wonderful. And even in the participant group, we have the participant requested to us that is it possible to get all these information, that although this particular session is recorded completely, but if it is possible for you, you can share your slides to us also. We'll definitely give this our participants so that they must know what kind of the various things are there, and they have an listing of all these documents with them.
Yeah, definitely. I will share the slides with you. And while preparing this lecture, I also learned many schemes, which even I don't know about that.
That's absolutely so nice of you for just declaring all these things. We understand that how much work, effort you made behind that, because such kind of a great things are happening parallelly around the nation, and you are just putting all these on a common platform in a few slides. That's really wonderful, sir. We definitely we don't have a word to say thanks to you.
Okay, thank you very much for giving the opportunity. Okay.
Well, participants, I post a link, quiz link on the chat box. So please fill that link, go through that quiz link. It will help you to generate your certificate. And now it's the time for vote of thanks. First of all, definitely, sir, I would like to thank you as our guest speaker, Dr. Neeraj Gupta and Mr. Vikas Yadav, for such a wonderful session and for sparing your valuable time with us and to enlighten us by your wisdom of knowledge. And secondly, I like to extend my warm thanks to our principal, sir. Uh, Thirdly, I like to thank to all the organizers because without them, these sessions will not be completed. A lot of hard work are required from their side because it's a 6-week long TEDP. Last but not the least, I like to thank to all the participants because without them, again, these sort of TDPs, WEDPs are not be complete. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you once again, sir. And we understand that this is a general platform which is oriented directly to TEDP. But meanwhile, in the future, we shall have a wonderful session again from you and especially dedicated to the work you're just doing for the society as a research part. So soon we'll have a session from you also for the students too.
Okay, definitely. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thanks.
So participant, this meeting shall remain open for next 10 minutes. And then after this meeting will automatically be stopped. So kindly fill up all the quiz links.